Hello, I'm Scott Todnam, and this is the Classroom Connection video of the week. It's time to bring in some 6th graders again. We just started a new quarter, so I want to see what their expectations are for health class and also what they thought about the first unit of study. We'll talk through some of the games that we've done, some of the connections we've made, and anything else they want to say, really. Stay tuned. Here we are. I'm with 3 6th grade students, and they've just started the quarter on health class. They just began into their first experience on health education. So we'll start with that. First question is, what are your first impressions on health class? Talk us through the first few weeks of the course.
I expected health to be really awkward and kind of boring, but it's not.
I expected to hate it, but I really like it mostly because you're really funny.
Okay.
And I just like it. It's fun.
I expected it to be awkward, gross, and boring. But then we got Mr. Todnam, and he's really fun and funny.
All right, so to the point of doing some activities that ended up fun that you thought that they weren't actually going to be fun in health class. So what have we done with some abstract connections, or what activities, what have we done for lessons that has been enjoyable and that you learned from?
My favorite part of the quarter so far for health is when we analyzed comic strips. And we looked at Calvin and Hobbes personally because that was Mr. Todnam's favorite as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they relate a lot to the 5 influences on health, which are family, friends, environment, choices, behavior, knowledge, lack of knowledge.
Good job.
I also liked how it related to basically a lot of first graders' life because one of the comic strips was I can't do this question because it goes against my religious beliefs. And I bet that a bunch of just kids in general wouldn't want to do their homework either way, and they probably made up some weird excuse like, my dog ate my homework.
We did this thing called the Risky Game Show, which has to do with risks versus risk behavior, and it was fun.
So we've done some things analyzing influences on health, like looking at some comic strips, relating it to our life. We looked at a pretend game show that examined risk and risk behavior, examined it to our life. Anything else that is your favorite of the last few weeks of health class?
I kind of like it when you compare the 5 areas of health to real life examples that have happened to you or other people.
I really like the wacky facts on Friday. Because they're really interesting. You tell us a bunch of facts that you wouldn't know. They're just interesting.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to cover in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade health class? What do you hope within each 9 weeks of each year we get to cover about human life?
I want to learn more about your brain and the things that like in drugs, the things that make you addicted to it.
I personally want to learn about what can make you live longer. Social media, because a lot of people do have social media and a lot of people have found ways to hurt other people on it.
I was hoping that sicknesses like the flu and other diseases would be covered. Because I just want to know more about it, how do you get it, what happens if you do get it. Because there's common ones that you've heard of, but I just don't really know what any of them mean or what they do to you.
Another thing that I want to learn about is mental disorders, mental diseases, ones you can either develop over time or ones that you're just born with.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping that we would cover how, when you text somebody or when you get a respond on your phone or do any other social media thing, that a chemical is produced in your brain, and it's the same chemical that causes you to be addicted to, drugs, tobacco, nicotine, and stuff like that. So I was hoping that we would, get into that, and that, you would explain why.
Okay, that's it for this week. I want to say thank you to my 3 6th grade volunteers. We'll be back next Friday with another Classroom Connection video of the week, new students, and a new topic. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye! Bye!
Hello!
That's just me.
Neurotransmitter.
I don't care.
It's okay.
This is amazing.
What are you doing?
A bunch of outhouses.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Perfect.